how to get a six pack. That's not the right six pack. That's the wrong six pack. That's what we're looking for. Let's try again. How to get abs.
Alright.
倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア
Let's look at the truth about how to get a six pack, how to get abs. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the truth behind a six pack, the truth behind getting abs. Now, what makes my ab video today different to all the other thousands of ab videos on YouTube at the moment? And the truth is, nothing. Absolutely nothing, because an ab exercise is an ab exercise. Whether you're doing a crunch, a sit-up, or a leg raise, it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter who you're watching on YouTube, all the ab exercises are pretty much going to be the same. Except in this video, we're going to talk about the truth and the reality of abs. Now, what you'll often get on YouTube is some super ripped 25-year-old guy covered in tattoos, I'm not 25, with an amazing six pack, doing a few crunches, a few side twists. And you're going to look at that video and go, oh my God, look at his abs. He looks awesome. I'm going to copy what he does. I'm going to have a six pack. Same as you'll get a super slim bikini model on a beach doing a few crunches, a few side twists, a few leg raises, and you'll go, oh my God, she looks amazing. I'm just going to copy what she does. It's going to give us a six pack. Whereas the truth and reality is that's not always going to be the case. That's not always going to happen. So today, we're going to look at the truth behind that. We're going to look at the reality and the social media side of things. Now, before we actually get into the exercises, and I'm going to take you through my personal favorite ab exercise, which I do when I'm competing and trying to get my abs as lean and as popping as possible. Just going to have a little chat about ab training and nutrition, because as you can see, we're in the kitchen, and I always tell my clients and everybody in my gym, the secret to abs is the kitchen. That is where your abs are created. And you'll be thinking, how do you create your abs in the kitchen? Or is it not in the gym? Yeah, of course it's in the gym. You're doing your ab exercise to work the muscles, but the reality is when you want to lose that body fat to reveal those abs, this is where your nutrition comes into it. And me personally, I think nutrition is the most important thing when you want to have a flat tummy and a six pack. Now, just to give you an example, these are some images of me when I'm competing. Okay, so as you can see, very defined, very lean, very ripped. And I'll be honest with you, I wish I could look like that all year round. The truth of the matter is, I only usually look like that when I'm competing. Most of the year round, I'm just normal. I'm normal. You know, you might see photographs on my Instagram constantly with top off and abs, but the truth is I don't always look like that. If I lift up my t-shirt now, I'd be very disappointed because there isn't any abs there. Okay, there is under the layers of fat, but their abs are just buried a little bit. Okay, because I'm not dying for any competitions because of this coronavirus. Every single competition is now finished, as well as every gym is shut. So there's no holidays to die for to look good on the beach. There's no competition to die for to get on the stage. So, you know, why put myself through all that painstaking diet and just to have a six pack that nobody's ever going to see? Okay, so it's t-shirt time. Okay, so getting back to the secrets of having a six pack. Now, the first time I ever dieted down to try and see if I could reveal the six pack and the abs, which was about 10 years ago, it was a nightmare. I got the dieting wrong, I got the cardio wrong, I got the weight I just got everything completely wrong. As you can see by these pictures, I ended up with a skinny but fat physique. So in other words, I over dieted, cut the calories too low, didn't give my body enough energy, and ended up losing a lot of muscle mass, and still kept that layer of fat around the waist, as you can see in the pictures. These are my first ever attempts at dieting down to get a six-pack. And to be honest, I just followed everything I read on the internet, you know, keep the carbs low, train high intensity. I did all that sort of stuff, and as you can see by the pictures, it just went completely wrong. My eyes looked black and sunken. I just looked starved, absolutely starved, and technically I was starved. So I actually looked worse dying than I was hoping to. I think the other mistake people make as well when they want to have a six-pack is everybody assumes if you do sit-ups and crunches, the fat around here just melts away. But that isn't the case, because when you're doing your sit-ups, you're working the muscles in the abdominal area, okay? When you're doing sit-ups and you're feeling the burn, it's not body fat being melted off. The body fat isn't even being moved or used. It's the muscle that's being worked. I remember reading a scientific study years ago that said you'd have to do 250,000 sit-ups to lose 1 pound of body fat. 250,000 sit-ups for 1 pound. Now, if you lose 1 pound, is that going to make you ripped? I don't think so, okay? So do not focus too much attention on doing thousands and thousands of sit-ups like I did. I would do 100 crunches, 100 leg raises, never made a difference. Okay, yeah, very strong abs, very great. But that little layer of fat over them just didn't budge. It just stayed there, it clung there. Okay, so don't think doing hundreds of sit-ups every day will make the fat melt away. If that was the case, we would all have a six-pack and we'd all be ripped. The other thing to bear in mind as well when you want to have abs in a six-pack is it isn't just going to happen overnight. You have to be extremely patient, and obviously it depends on how much body fat you're carrying already and how much body fat you've got around your waist. For me personally, it takes me about 6 months if I'm prepping for a show to lose every ounce of body fat around here. And you might think 6 months, you're not exactly overweight, but you know, you got to take in factors things as age. I'm 42, and as I'm getting older, I do find it harder and harder to shed body fat. So it takes me 6 months. That's 6 months of slowly reducing calorie intake, carbohydrate intake, and increasing my cardio as well. Don't just jump straight in the deep end and assume that if you did an hour on the treadmill every day and 1,000 sit-ups every day, you're going to get ripped. That's not the case, okay? Slow and steady, step by step, okay? Start reducing your calorie intake a little bit by a little bit each week. Reduce your carbs, maybe it's carb cycle. There's various methods. Everybody has different techniques how they want to lose weight. I'm not saying one's better than the other, and I'm not going to say what I do is the best way, because you might try my technique to lose weight and reveal abs, and it might not necessarily work. So you've got to find the balance of what works for you and not just what works for that guy or that girl, okay? This is the problem with people going on to YouTube and social media. They see the most ripped guy and they think, great, I'll just follow him. Fine, that's absolutely fine. But don't be disheartened when you're not seeing the same results, okay? Slow, take your time, don't expect miracles overnight, be patient, and obviously the most important thing is being consistent. And that is consistent with your nutrition, your weight training, and also your cardio. You put all these three things together, you will eventually start to see the abs. Start cutting your calories, focus on your diet, do a little bit of cardio, and obviously the exercises to work the abs, which we're going to look at in today's routine, okay? So after I've finished telling you about abs, we're then going to have a look at my personal favorite exercises to work all the areas, upper, middle and lower, and the obliques. The other question I get asked all the time in the gym is how many days a week do you train abs? You must train abs every single day to have that six-pack and that definition and that big gap right in between the middle of the abs, as you've seen by the pictures and videos. And the truth is, I don't really do much ab exercises. I might train abs once or twice a week, but I don't go to the gym thinking, oh my God, I've got to train abs. I need a six-pack, because when you think about it, underneath there, everybody has the abdominal muscles. It's just stripping the layers of body fat to reveal the muscles, okay? So I wouldn't get fixated by doing abs every single day. Twice a week, 3 times a week if you need to. Okay, don't think you have to train them every single day. You can if you want, but trust us, it's not going to make that much of a difference to revealing the abs and stripping the body fat. Because you also have to bear in mind that when you're in the gym training, just because you're not doing sit-ups and crunches doesn't necessarily not mean that you're working the abs. For example, squats. You can ask any fitness trainer, any professional person, they'll tell you squats are actually one of the best exercises for abs. And you're thinking, squats? Are they not for your legs? How is a squat going to work your abs? Think about it. When you've got that bar on your shoulders, okay, all that weight is pressing down through your back. And what muscles are activated to keep you stabilized? The abdominals. Just think, if you didn't have the abdominals there and you've got that big heavy squat bar on your shoulders, you're just going to flop forward. So your abs act as a huge spring, especially when you've got loaded up all that weight on your shoulder. And that means those abs are working really hard. Now, if you've ever stood behind anybody and held around the waist when they're squatting and they're lifting heavy, you can feel this area tense up so tight, so hard. And that just shows how much this is also being worked. Not just during the squats, but loads of other exercises, the core muscles are always being worked. So don't just focus on thinking, I've got to do sit-ups, I've got to do crunches, I've got to do leg raises. Focus on the big movements, like your deadlifts and your squats. These are going to build the foundations and the muscle mass and the size of your body, as well as the abdominals. Okay, so I've never really spent years and years doing hundreds of sit-ups and crunches, but I have spent a lot of time working legs, doing squats and deadlifts, things, and I really do think this has helped to build the foundation of my abs. And as you can see by my pictures and videos, the abs look great, but trust us, I am human and I'm only normal, and those abs are definitely not there right now. In fact, this picture here was just taken 2 days ago, and you can see I'm not ripped, flat tummy, but definitely not ripped. Okay, so don't be disheartened. Take your time, follow the routine, be sensible to the diet, keep your calories slightly lower, and you'll definitely start to see some good results. Okay, now let's do some ab training.
Come into the air. We can't wait to hold you and rock you to sleep in your rocking chair. Before you know it, you'll be standing, crashing around the house like bandits all day. You can't get into too much trouble. Nothing's gonna stop me from loving you all.
And there you go, that is my 3 exercises which I would recommend for abs. Obviously there is loads of ab exercises you can do out there. They are just my own personal choice. The reason being is with those 3 exercises, they will target the upper abdominal area, the middle abdominal area, the lower abdominal area, and also the oblique. So they're my 3 favorite ab exercises. As I said, everybody's going to have their own preferred choice. So try it out, see what you think. Just remember though, if you want to see those abs, follow everything I said at the beginning about the nutrition, because that is the absolute most important thing if you want a defined, chiseled abdominal area. And also, unless you're absolutely genetically gifted and you have abs all year round, brilliant. But if not, and you're like the average person in the UK who, you know, is unfortunate not to have abs, then just be realistic. I do have abs when I'm competing, but that's it. So I'm doing 1 show a year. I'm only gonna have abs for a few weeks. I'm doing 2 or 3 shows a year. I'm only gonna have abs for 2, 3, 4 weeks of the year because I love food. And when you start consuming food, you cover this over with that nice little blanket of body fat, which is normal. Okay, and I think during lockdown, I think a lot of people will probably suffer putting on a few extra pounds because gyms are all shut. But saying that, all McDonald's and KFCs are shut, so who knows. Anyway, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, if you don't mind, just hit that little red button at the bottom there which says subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you will. And yeah, sorry about being realistic, but you can have abs, but you've got to put a lot of hard work and effort into it. But that shouldn't put you off, okay? Be real, be realistic, do your ab exercises, do your cardio exercises, focus on the diet, and you should see some good results. So take care and see you in the next video. Hasta la vista. Adios.